Hello everybody, it's time for some PTO II stuff again. I've been requested to do a full playthrough, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. But first we're gonna get warmed up by looking at these sexy models in 16-bit glory. That is the Super Nintendo. This is Pacific Theater of Operations 2. Published by Koei Games, a Koshushibawa production. I probably really butchered the developers. Sorry guys, you made a great game, but I just butchered your name. Oh well. I love how you get this feeling that there's a lot of care and joy and interest in the subject matter. That the developers really did care about making a game that was fun, that was complex, and allowed you to basically rule the seas if you wanted to. So we're gonna play as the Americans, and some people have it's been requested that I do the American campaign, the negotiations breakdown. So I will take you all through the story that is the United States Navy leading into World War II. Tony! You know, despite the...
How you doing, bro?
Hey, Squizzer, what's up, dude?
No, good, thanks. How you doing?
Fine, thanks. I might need to turn your voice up here.
I can move the mic closer if that's better.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I can move the mic closer if that's better.
Oh, that's much better.
Alright, it's just a little bit further away.
Alright, well, this is good timing, because we are about to get started, man.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, how you been?
Ah, good, thanks, man.
Cool.
Busy week.
Oh my god, yeah, same here. What do you do?
I'm a student.
Okay. Is spring break
Yes.
coming up soon for you guys?
2 weeks.
Okay, it's next week for me.
A lot of assignments due.
It's next week for me, so I got a ton of students turning in stuff last minute. It's been pretty crazy.
Great.
Yeah. So this is the negotiations breakdown. This is basically... And I love how it walks through, like, how the United States made some attempts to do some sanctions. They have the embargo here. And as you can see, it talks about the ultimatum with its hull notes, and basically Japan decided they were done with this.
Sick and tired of you.
Yep. At a certain point, they were forced to strike because they needed that sweet oil. So, because I'm a bit of a veteran of this game, we're gonna make this the most difficult we can for us. Pardon me for the sneeze there.
Thank you.
We're gonna make everything hard for us. We're gonna have a low national income. We're gonna make it take a very long time to produce stuff. Our espionage level is going to be low, so we'll have no idea what the heck the enemy's doing, and our conferences are gonna be difficult. What's up, Sid Kitten?
Not much. Thought I'd see what you were doing.
We
See
are.
what you were playing today.
Yep. We're starting PTO.
Ah.
Yes. So, and then of course we're going to make our adversary, Japan, have a very large national income, a short production time because we just want to kill all their ships, and keep doing it. We'll let them spy on us. We don't care, and their conferences will be easy for them. I think I've done this once before. So that'll be fun. And battles. Yeah, sure. No, we'll turn it off. Animation's off. After a while, it's gonna get old seeing the ground guys shooting each other. Pew, 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 both sides, so. Alright, here we go. Commander Husband Kimmel. US-Japan negotiations have broken down. Be prepared for hostile actions from the Japanese within a matter of days. Ooh. Japanese movement suggests military and naval operations near the Philippines and Malay. That is true. We were aware of Japanese troop transports moving troops around quite frequently in the South China Sea. I mean. And we can't seem to locate their carrier forces. We must keep an eye out for them. So the Americans had some plans for the Japanese should they go to war. They were called the Orange Plans, or Plan Orange, something like that. And it all circled around the Philippines. So, Sith Kitten, the Americans are ready to come liberate your home.
Yay!
Oh, goodness. Well, let's get right to it, shall we? Let's take a look at what we got for fleets. We got some fleets in Manila right now. We got a couple of fleets near Wake Island. We've got a bunch at Pearl Harbor. We've got the Saratoga, I think, is at Los Angeles. We've got a small fleet guarding Panama. We've got a fleet at New Orleans and a fleet at New York. So we're going to start with dealing with these fleets. I apologize if I bore you guys early. This is going to be a lot of just setup and that sort of thing. It's going to take a little bit of doing.
It's a good old half an hour setup.
Yeah, it's going to take a while. It's going to take some time, but that's okay.
I was going to say last time it was fine. It's just knowing where everything was doing. I've probably forgotten a bit anyway.
Right. So we've got Brewster Buffaloes on the Wasp, which
Wow.
yeah. We want
That's
to.
the first. That was the first monoplane aircraft used on American carriers.
That is correct. That is correct. We also have TBD Devastators on the Wasp, which we also want to get rid of. Those things are crap. You can see their power and range. So power and range of 1 means basically the Japanese can sneeze at it and it'll fall out of the sky. And range of 1 means it can only, I think it's only gun range it can fly out to. So why would you bother? So instead, I'm gonna put sexy Wildcats and Dauntlesses for now, at least on the Wasp. Later we'll be able to research TBF Avengers and all that good stuff. But for now, we'll just have to do with dive bombers. Okie dokie. Next up, we'll go over to New Orleans. New Orleans also has a carrier fleet. I believe this is the Hornet. Nope, it's the Yorktown. Oh, there's no docks. Never mind. And we're going to do the same thing here with our aircraft. We need to get rid of our Buffaloes. Add Wildcat. That 1 power means a lot in fighter engagements.
Is that where they all wave at each other?
Yes! Yes, you remember that. And actually,
Yeah.
I don't have enough Wildcats available, so now I have to play the other minigame. So I'm gonna have to back out of here. That's what I mean about how it takes a long time if you really want to, like, set everything up right. Just like a board game, you know, the initial stages take forever to do. So we're gonna start by going to our bases, and we're just gonna get rid of aircraft in some of these. Like Wake Island, I don't expect to survive, so we're just gonna pull everything out. Midway would be nice for it to survive, but yeah, we want it to survive. Okay, so I'll come. You know what? Yeah, let's put all the crap aircraft on it. That's fine. Let's put 20 scouts, because if we get into war, we definitely want to find the enemy so we can destroy them. And we'll put Devastators and Buffaloes on it. That's what I usually like to do for land-based air forces, is you put the crappy planes on those. Dutch Harbor is another one that I want to keep alive. So I'll go ahead and put another Buffalo and Dauntless on that one. Okay. Wake Island is cleared. Palmyra's cleared. Guam, you saw how Guam has the red. The red means that we don't have a supply route to Guam right now. I'll show you that later. And because there's no supply route, we can't move planes and that sort of thing. There's also a group of troops on there that we might want to, evacuate. Might being the key word. We can just let them die too, I suppose. New York. Let's clear out New York.
The use of historical hindsight is useful.
Oh, absolutely. San Francisco. You know what? Let's just clear it out completely right now. What I usually do for San Francisco and New Orleans specifically is I set up my reserve carrier planes there so that I can just rotate those planes back into carriers and stuff. So, like Hawaii, for example, I'm probably... Oh, wait. Did I get rid of the buffaloes? Crap. Go back and fix that. Doesn't really matter one way or the other, I suppose. There we go. So I'm going to add one buffalo, and only one squadron of buffalo, because the AI always patrols with 2 squadrons. So if I've got a 3rd squadron, then they can attack whatever gets detected. In theory. By the way, Discord has a fun overlay issue. It's currently displaying Sith Kitten 3 times. Well, now 2 times since I started talking.
Oh no. Oh, there's just 3 Sith kittens and they're all just stacking.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Oh, and
That's
there's...
a terrifying thought.
Let's get rid of New Orleans for right now. I love the fact that I've got the ability to speed up the emulator so that I can at least save a little bit of time.
Speed hacking.
Yes. It's useful for clearing out planes. For the other thing of, supplying planes is a little bit more of a pain in the ass. But anyway, here we go. I have just stripped an awful lot of aircraft, and I'm magically gonna throw them on this carrier. It's very historic, very realistic.
That reserve like 300 buffaloes.
I know, right? Like, we got our fodder ready to go. But in the process of doing this, at least we can pick up our Wildcats and our Dauntlesses, so that's good. The Americans have this game pretty easy as long as they can survive the initial onslaught. They're fine.
No, that's highly accurate.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Yorktown is now perfectly set up and ready to go. Fly right over Sith Kitten's home and go to Los Angeles. 9th Fleet, Saratoga, with 1 ship.
Did he just complain that he was low on aircraft?
Yes, he did. And that would be historically accurate here because there's currently no aircraft, so. The commanders generally give you like a little bit of a hint for like what you should be thinking about doing. Of course, you can choose to do it or not. Alright. Good there, we'll put a couple of scouts on the Concorde. And the next turn we'll have to gas her up. So one big improvement over PTO I is that refueling takes 1 day. In PTO I, refueling could take like a whole freaking month or longer. See, you could easily screw yourself out of being able to deploy your you know, ships for like a long time. If I remember right, if I give these guys 100% fuel, they have enough fuel to get to Pearl, so let's try that and see. So I'll issue the move order now. Move! Ah! Crap. Alright, never mind. I have to put transports on them. It's been a long time since I've done an opening phase for this stuff. Let's see. I've got Manila to deal with. These ships here, I need to basically gas up and get them the heck out of here because we know that the Japanese are coming. See, they've got 4 transports. These guys have 4 as well. Yes, they do. And look, it was the Marblehead. Alright. Really doesn't matter what I do, but I'm going to go ahead and add transports. We're going to do a little scorched earth policy here.
Oh.
So we're just going to take all the transports out of this base, because, you know, Manila's cut off from us, so we won't get any benefit to having it up anyways. I should make Hawaii a mark. That would make things a little bit more efficient. Oh well. So that's the 12th fleet. I've got the 11th and the 10th to deal with as well. By the way, is my microphone clicking again like it was on stream Sunday?
No, that's not anymore.
Okay, because I've got it back where it was on Sunday, and it's, I guess, not clicking.
It's fine now.
Yeah. Okay. Ah, the heavy cruiser Houston. If I remember right, Houston was sunk in the Dutch East Indies. Part of the Japanese raid on Java or something like that. Alright, that takes care of those fleets. Okay, so every fleet that's at port, except for the 4 that are on Hawaii, have been dealt with. I need your guys' opinions. Should I try to evacuate Guam, or should I leave them to die?
Well,
Yeah, leave them.
if you want to be historically accurate, you just leave them.
Alright,
Leave 'em.
we're leaving them. Let's get Halsey back to Pearl as quickly as possible then.
Sorry, Guam.
Yeah, they'll be okay. It's just the 12th Marines that are there. Is it sad that I remember it's the 12th Marines out of all the different Marine squadrons I have? Does that tell you how much I've played this game?
It shows. Everyone has one of those games they just play obsessively.
Yeah, and this game I typically, like, every year or 2 I come back to it and I play it again and again and again. See, there's the 12th
Feed off
Marines.
the nostalgia.
Yeah, it's the nostalgia, and it's just, it's that feeling of comfort, you know? Like, this is a comfort game for me. Oh, okay, I got the 8th Fleet here, too. That's right, the Lexington's here. Okay. So we've got ourselves a battleship fleet. I have no idea why they set the game up so that you start with a battleship fleet. It makes it extremely easy for the Japanese, if you play the Japanese side, to just beat the crap out of these guys, because they obviously have no anti-submarine warfare capabilities. And oh look, here's a complete cruiser fleet too.
Where are your destroyers?
Oh, they're in the 3rd and 4th fleet. And the 5th fleet has just one destroyer by itself, because it can. Well, you
Just
might...
a single destroyer.
You might recall that prior to Pearl Harbor, there was I think there was one destroyer that was patrolling the harbor entrance.
Oh.
I don't remember which one it was off the top of my head. Maybe the Dale. But anyway, that's what the 5th fleet is. It's basically set to just patrol right outside of Pearl, which obviously I'm going to countermand that order and say no. Come back. Okay, 4th fleet is done. 5th fleet. Ah, the ward. Anyways. Can I? Oh, I can. Oh, really? I can put anti-air radar on a flash deck class. No. It's not worth that investment, sorry, buddy. I will, though, completely gas you up. And then throw you in reserve. One thing that's kind of fun about this game is you can put every single ship in your fleet in reserve at Hawaii. So you just get this mental idea of Pearl Harbor, like, building a garage and stacking ships on top of each other. Because I don't know how you could do it otherwise, you know?
You just got 100 ships all in the same dry dock together.
Right? Just imagine Kimmel walking up. I think I'll play with that one today.
Hey,
Now
the ship can't sink if it's in a dry dock.
What was that?
The ship can't sink if it's in a dry dock.
That's right. Those experience numbers, by the way, you start in the 20s. It's all random generated about what the experience level is. It doesn't matter. They will naturally gain experience over time to the point where they become level 60. Once they get to level 60, they are max experience in peacetime. They can gain more experience through conflict and fighting, but obviously you lose some planes as well. So that's kind of the balancing factor. You really can't have anything that's up to like a, 99, I guess, would be the max theoretically it could go. I think the highest I've ever had was 90. But that was really hard. Let's go ahead and set a mark on Dutch Harbor too. So these are the 3 bases that I absolutely have to keep and hold. Hawaii, Dutch Harbor, and Midway, I guess. Alright, I was talking earlier about the supply network. If I go to assets here, you can see the network. And you can see that 3 bases are cut off. We've got Manila, Davao, and Guam have been cut off because there is no transport route from Wake to Guam. And then from Guam, there's no transport route to Davao. Palau is in its way. So, in theory, if I wanted to reconnect these, then I would have to go through Marcus and then Saipan to get to Guam, or I could go down through Marshall Island and truck, or Saipan and get to Guam. But it adds a little bit of strategery to your thinking. I said that Midway was important, and to me Midway is important because I don't want ships attacking my home port of Hawaii while I've got fleets in it. More importantly though, Midway allows me to connect with Dutch Harbor, which is another one of my key areas to defend. Palmyra is nice to hold. I don't know if I'll be able to hold it. We can try. Let's see what happens. Okay. I'm gonna hit escape and go to file and save game position in slot 0. Just in case I screw something up majorly here. Subs, I need to get them all back to Pearl. That's something else that's gonna take a while. Sorry guys. Oh, these guys are already up. Oh, good. I could deploy them to the bases that I want to defend early on. That's usually what I do. Yeah, maybe I should do that. So that was Dutch Harbor. No, not. Yeah, port. I'll put them in port. That was Palmyra, Midway, and Dutch Harbor. So those are my three that I'm going to defend. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy them to those bases. And by the way, guys, spring break is next week for me, so I will probably spend a little bit of time, actually probably a lot of time playing this game.
I've got a lot of free time.
Well, I'm gonna have some free time, and to me, this is a relaxation thing, you know, like. So yeah. Let's go to Dutch Harbor then.
Is there an end goal to this campaign, or is it? It's like the last one you did. I remember there was an end goal, but is that just for the scenarios?
Yeah, there is an end goal to this campaign. There's actually 3 different ways that you can win this game. One way is by having them basically dropping the enemy's gross national product down to 0, which if you play on beginner level basically means just play the game. Eventually you're going to win because their military might, well, let's just say their government's really not good at managing their resources. So that's one way that you can win or lose. Obviously, if I'm playing as America and my GMP goes down to 0, then that kind of sucks, right? Dutch Harbor, Palmyra, okay. And then the other way to win is if you get your overall productivity, base productivity, up to, I think it's like 1,800. So every base has a yield to that base, and basically if you add all of those up and it reaches 1,800 or higher, then automatically you win the game. And then the other one is if you can occupy the capital of the enemy. Now, it's obviously a lot easier to occupy Tokyo than it's going to be to occupy Washington, D.C., but believe it or not, I've done that once. In order to do that, you have to you have to basically land your troops as Japan on the West Coast, and then you have to march them all the way across the country. So...
Can you not steal the Panama Canal?
Oh yeah, you can. You can. So that's another way to do it. I didn't do it that way when I did it the first time. I wonder why I didn't do it that way, actually. Probably because I was a kid and didn't think about it.
Maybe. Marching across the states is quite an arduous task.
Oh, absolutely. But it's also kind of a fun task if you think about it. You know, our troops are seeing the sights. They go check out Chicago, have some deep dish, you know.
Burn the place to the ground on the way through.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah,
Hey guys, how's it going?
Fine. How are you?
Good.
Let's see, Dutch Harbor's next. I'm just currently ordering my submarines around.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun,
Hey,
let me tell you.
No.
Alright, so then we go to Midway last, I think. In this game, you can only have 16 submarines, and they are singleton subs, and you cannot build more unless the current ones you have die. So, I just usually let them die. Because then I can build better ones, because the current ones really suck. I'm going to go ahead and cancel all orders for my aircraft. I don't want to send them up in patrol during peacetime, because that uses up resources. That's also very historical, right? These guys can patrol.
What are you patrolling for?
Exactly, you're patrolling for nothing, but, you know, peacetime, you send planes up and, you know, you fly them back and forth between Pearl Harbor and the mainland, and you set them up so they come in just at the right time to, you know, be mistaken for the Japanese invasion force. Oops, sorry, I said too much. Okay, now, here comes the hard part. It's marine management is the hard part in this game, because you basically need to move your troops, but you can only have a max of, no, not Wake Island, you can only have a max of 4 troops that are in one space, and you can only move them along their supply network. So, like, it's like a mini game in itself, trying to shuffle these troops around. Generally speaking, you want at least 4 division. Well, you need the max at each of the bases you want to hold. So I want to hold Palmyra, so I'm going to put 4 there. I want to hold Midway, so I'm going to put 4 there. The problem is that you have to share space with the army, and the army is notorious for just bursting right through and completely stopping the whole system. So, thanks, army. The Japanese don't have this problem because their home port is Kure, and the army musters out of Tokyo, so they can just go from there wherever the hell they want. Alright. Oh, Palmyra's already there. Good. You stay. You guys getting tired of the songs or the music yet?
Are you?
I got music
I
playing
can
over.
barely, I can barely hear it, and mainly listen to my own.
Yeah, I got Led Zeppelin playing. I'm good.
Alright, just making sure. Because I mean, this is better than the music, in my opinion, from PTO I, where it was just that Hawaii music droning on forever. But this gets annoying too sometimes. Alright, we got a whole bunch of Marines in our training area in Florida, so we're gonna just send them up to from the tropical part of our country. We're gonna send them to the coldest part. Go to Dutch Harbor. Here we go. Almost done with the Marines.
Acclimatized to that.
Yeah, well, you know, we got to get them up there so they can just take their time, get used to it, you know?
Cold, barren.
Yep. Now, I can have up to 20 Marine regiments, but I'm going to choose... I'm going to choose not to draw any up, because if I draw Marines up now, and then I go and draw more regiments before I've had time to build up my industry, it actually has a huge impact on my gross national product. So I'm not going to do anything about that just yet. I'm going to go ahead and save the game position again. So nice about playing with the emulators, you can just hit load and it goes right back, like snaps right back to where you were. Alright, so we took care of Base Air Force Marines. I think we're almost ready to end our turn, believe it or not. You guys are moving to Hawaii, good. Oh, you were asking earlier about victory conditions. I'll show you here. Goals. So, to victory, you occupy Tokyo, you reduce the enemy GMP to 0, or you achieve its 1800, not 1300 base yield. Right now I'm at 734. I don't think I've ever won this game on base yield before. So there's that. And by the way, to take Washington, if I were to go the sea route, I'd have to go through New York City, and then DC is right there. Like I said, I think I marched them through Chicago. You can see how many posts I had to go through to get there. It was fun. Alright, so I think we're good. Let's end the first turn. This might be record time, guys. No, it's not.
Speed run.
Yeah, there is no such thing as a speed run for this game, let me tell you. Alright. I know I need to move this fleet. I need to resupply it, I should say. Put some transports on. Grr. Okay. Now I can order it to go to Hawaii. Don't worry, guys. The game gets a lot faster once all these initial moves get done. One thing I want you guys to start chewing your brain over is fleet composition. I've got a couple of options. The battleships are so slow they usually go best by themselves. I'm not going to throw a carrier with the battleships. But when it comes to carrier forces, I could either have one carrier with cruiser destroyer escorts, or I could have two carriers with cruiser and destroyer escorts. What do you think?
Depends on what you want to do, doesn't it? Do you need to be spread wide? Then you just need to split the carriers up. Do you want to be concentrated and try and smash a big fleet? Then you want to put it together.
So one of the advantages to spreading apart is you have the ability to do an attack, and then hold on a sec. I'm gonna like give you that. Give me all your oil. One of the advantages to it is you might recall from the Battle of Midway game that we played, each fleet does one task. So like, if we discover the Japanese fleet, then, you know, like, you can kind of dogpile with them and get through escorts a little bit easier and that sort of thing. But at the same time, like you said, your individual strike capability is definitely weaker, so. But believe it or not, I've spent a lot of hours pen and paper trying to figure out what's the best composition for my fleets.
Did you use the math?
What do you mean, the math?
Did you use math to figure out which fleet is the best?
What I did was I wrote down how many of each ship class I had available to me, and then I just tried to, you know, evenly distribute it as much as possible, and I found that didn't really work the way I'd hoped it would. Surprise, surprise. I believe I can move the 9th Fleet back to Hawaii without resupplying and adding transports, but just to be safe, I want to get these carriers back to Hawaii as quickly as possible so I can redistribute my fleets, because one carrier and one light cruiser is not a fleet, in my opinion.
That's something you used to just ship planes to islands.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do when you've got, like... Oh god. That's something that you do when you, when you're dealing with, like, sending off a ship to go get repaired or modernized or something, right? You throw, like, one smaller ship to escort it. So what you see me doing here is equipping all of these battleships with anti-air radar because, well, you know, you can see incoming aircraft and that makes your anti-air batteries far more effective. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the end of the month. This is me min-maxing, guys, because if I wait till the end of the month, then what I'm able to do is I can do it for a little bit cheaper because my industry goes up. So let's see. 8 fleets. Yes. Alright, I need to get rid of transports, and I need to gas these guys up to 100%. And what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to take all of these ships out and throw them in my garage. I think the 5th is, yeah, okay, good. So, assign fleet. And here comes Turbo. Whee! So helpful. Turbo! I do like though how you get a shot of the ship on the side, so you kind of like see what it looks like and stuff. That's a really cool addition. Gotta have something to look at while you're taking forever to process dropping things into a garage, right? Goodbye, destroyers.
Be one huge boat shed.
Right? That's what I mean, pretty soon you have to build a parking garage for it.
Yeah, if you've got, what, an entire battleship fleet, carrier fleet, destroyer flotilla, all in your boat shed.
Subs are moving out. Marines are moving. So let's take a look at Palmyra. Let's see how many defenders I've got there. I've got 2 Marines set up. Oh, why did I go here? So what the problem that I was talking about earlier is when it comes to land forces, the Army always has the 1st and 2nd Army Division here to defend Hawaii. And it's nice of them to try to help defend, but that limits me to really only having 2 slots to move Marines around. And then, of course, the Army likes to throw, like, 1 more division, or sometimes even 2 here, and they completely block me from, 1, moving Marines around, and 2, actually being able to summon and muster new Marines. So that's kind of a bit of a frustration, you know? Good. One other thing that I like to do at the start is expand my airfields in some of my areas. So, like Seattle, for example, they have a yield of 71, so that makes building an airfield extremely cheap. 750 funds. It normally costs 2,000 to build an airfield, so that's a deal. So there you go. Panama also has decent yield, so I believe it's cheaper for them too. 1,200. Let's take a look at what Dutch Harbor is.
I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.
See you, Captain. Thanks for hanging out, man.
No problem. Bye.
Yeah, Dutch Harbor's 4, so it's going to be more expensive to build an airfield here. Show you guys airfield 1,500 instead of 12, so we're going to build the airfield in Panama first, and then we'll build Dutch Harbor after. Actually, no. Reversing that. I want an airfield here so that I can properly defend it should the Japanese attack. So let's go ahead and do another airfield here. That takes care of airfields. That takes care of a bunch of things. So let's go ahead and save game position again. And let's move on to the next day.
Sometimes with some of the atolls that you can build on in this game, it's like, how on earth are you going to get a second airstrip on that?
Right? But hey, you know, it works. Kind of.
You need a lot of sand to fill up the ocean floor to make more space.
Yep, exactly. Alright, let's see what we've got for Palmyra now. I think Palmyra's got 4. Yes. And Midway should have 4. Nope, they have 300. Okay. Nobody is at Wake Island. That's good. And let's see how many are at Dutch Harbor. 2. Okay. Fleets continue to move, subs continuing to move, marines continuing to move, except for the 12th. And you can see there's a couple marines that are stacked up now at Panama, waiting to move. So let's go ahead and rest till the 30th. The 30th is the last day of the month, and then we get to go play a card game. Alright. Now comes one of the most difficult, frustrating, annoying, however you want to call it, parts of the game. And that is your final conference. Think about this for a second. Do I need to do anything? Oh wait, wrong button, wrong screen. Let's see what my reserves are right now in the Navy. I know I have no money, but that's okay. I've got some supplies. That should be enough. Alright. It's the last of the month, so I can't rest on the last of the month. Now you get some different music for a change. So there's my budget, there's my meager supplies. Remember, I'm playing this on hard mode. Why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, the government's just like starved to death.
Right? Oh my god, wait a
No
minute.
supplies.
Wait a minute, I think I screwed something up. I think I forgot to put transports. I think I forgot to put transports back in Panama. Yep, I did.
Quickly, go back.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, isn't it nice that I can just save the position and go? I mean, like, otherwise you have to, like, in the olden days, I'd have to restart the game, like hit the reset button on the, you know, Super Nintendo and all that. And there's only one save spot, because for some odd reason, I guess the designers never thought that like people would want to like save multiple games. So, yeah. New Orleans needs full transports. Good, they do. Okay. Basically, I like to have 100% transports at all my oil-producing areas, and that includes San Francisco. They have 4, at least, looks like so. Let's check out LA. That's much better. Seattle, I don't remember if it produces anything, but we'll put some transports there. Oh, they do. I have the max of 11. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to build some more transports. It's alright. It's what I get for putting all my transports in New York City. Alright. Save. Game position. Slot 1. Let's try this again. So Japan goes first, they do their supply distribution, and then I go next. And this is where the game gets kind of fun, but kind of weird at the same time. they model going to the government. Now, I can choose to not attend. If I choose to not attend, I have no say in anything. So I'm gonna attend, but like they model this based off of like a card game. So I start off with 5 cards. The president has 6, chief of staff has 5, treasury's got 2, and secretary of state has 3. And if I succeed in the month, I gain cards. If I fail in the month, I lose cards. So I gain influence or lose influence depending on the situation. So we're gonna start with our plan of action, and I always like to mirror the president at the beginning. So I screenshotted that because I always forget, and I used to have to write it down, and if I missed one, it would suck because it wouldn't have the exact same proposal. Chief of Staff, of course, wants to declare war on Japan on the 21st. Let's get this going. Okay.
Is England like Britain?
Yes, England is Britain.
Right.
It's interesting that the Treasury is different. And look, okay, so Secretary of State wants Pearl Harbor. Alright. Thank you for that help, Miss Secretary there. I have to declare war on Japan before I can declare war, so I can't... And you know what, I've actually done this before, where I've played and I've been like, I'm gonna declare war on everybody. And that was kind of fun.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Oh no.
So we're gonna negotiate with England. We're gonna negotiate with Holland. Australia. Let's see, Soviet... Oops. Nope, China, we don't do anything. We don't care about China. Soviet Union and...
nothing.
And Thailand. Those are the ones that we're gonna negotiate with.
How negotiating with the Nazis?
Yes. So it's identical to the president, which means he and I are allies here, which gives me a leg up in succeeding in this round. So, alright, I'll try to talk you through this. This is crazy. You have a plan on your table. That's what the document shows right there. If I go and I use my refuse card right now, my plan stays on the table. If I don't, then my plan goes off the table. If I and basically use cards to try to manipulate your plan compared to other people's plans and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go ahead. I like having a refuse card, so I'm just and it's I'm gonna allow it to go through. So I'm gonna lose my proposal, but remember, my proposal was the president's, so I don't care in this particular round. I'm gonna bide my time, so that wastes up to 6 minutes. You can see I've got 13 minutes left in this round. So I'm gonna cough, and I just blew 3 minutes of coughing. Secretary of State has passed the buck over to, or Treasury passed it to Secretary of State. Secretary of State is coughing as well. And now the President is asking me to support his proposal, which is hilarious because I already did. So I'll go ahead and say sure. And plead is trying to get is to try to get that proposal off the table. So he succeeded in pleading. Proposals off the table. Direct, if it goes through, also removes proposal with the added benefit that you will support that person. So I am currently, if I hit X and I look at myself, I am currently supporting the president, which means when the round ends and the president calls the vote, I automatically support the president's proposal. Okay? The Secretary of State, though, has not submitted a plan and he doesn't support anybody directly. When time comes, he then gets to choose which plan he wants to vote for. Is that complex enough for you?
It sounds like politics.
Yes, actually it is. So I'm going to cough away 2 minutes, and we're going to run out of time, and here we go. We're going to take a vote. So let's see, who supports the Chief of Staff? Of course the Secretary of State wants to declare war on Japan. Thanks very much, Cordell Hull. Appreciate that. Secretary of Treasury is by himself. I, of course, am with the President. So now the Secretary of Treasury will lose his proposal and have to choose between the Chief of Staff or the President. So let's see what he chooses to do. He chooses to go with the President. So, what that means is the United States will not declare war on Japan for this month. The Japanese, however, can declare war on the United States. So we have to keep an eye on that. Operation goals. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? So this is also something that I like to screenshot, because I also like to go in lockstep with the president. So we're gonna tell the army to go occupy northern Japan. On its own. On its own. On its own. Sure. And of course, the army wants the navy to do everything. That sounds typical, doesn't it? It's funny they give you these goals, but you're not at war. But I guess they're goals for if you go into a conflict. Destroy means that you bombard the base, but you don't necessarily take it. You don't occupy it. So by destroying Naha, that's Okinawa. Basically, you're destroying its productivity. Alright, army. You go to Sapporo. Occupy. Army. Let's see, what else did the president want? Marshall and Palmyra. Alright, Marshall Island, occupy, Navy. And Palmyra, defend, Navy.
Is that just setting goals?
Yep.
Right.
So these are
So
my...
they won't actually immediately go and attempt to do that.
Well, in theory, yes. I mean, especially if we go into war, then the army is going to deploy troops and do everything it can to essentially go and take Sapporo, which it can't do logistically at all. So it's kind of a joke. Secretary of State did not have a refuse card before, so I went ahead and directed him. So now he will do what I say, which basically means he's adopted the president's goals as well. President threw away a card. That was an extend card, which can add time back to the meeting. Passing the buck back from the chief of staff to president, and the president just completely sent it over to me, so that's cool. Unify is the most powerful card in this little mini game. I don't like to use it unless I have to. I love the icon. It's like you're like grabbing the guy or something.
Go for a hug.
Bro hug.
Yeah.
We'll cough. Unify is like a direct card, but it goes to every player on the table. Oh god, this is a great hand. I don't want to get rid of a plan card, but I will. Alright, so Secretary of State planned, which means that we automatically will go with the president because the president's got 2 votes and everybody else has 1. So we'll just speed through all that. Now is the most important part, and this is what I always save my best cards for. The budget and drafting.
Give the Navy money.
Actually, no. I usually put it more towards technology. I want to get my tech up as quickly as possible. So
Understand.
I'll give the Navy a little bit of funds, but as you can see, I don't have a lot of funds here. So that's kind of a big deal. So I'm going to drop a ton in the funds there. Give the Navy a little bit. I'm going to skip the Army. They don't deserve anything. And I'm going to do something like that. So I'm going to invest an awful lot of money into technology if we win. If I don't win this, it's going to be really hard to tech up. So we'll see what happens. Alright, President threw a card away. Chief of Staff is pleading with me. I have a refuse card, so I'm telling him to shut off. And there we go. I got a... Oh, thank goodness, I got a refuse card back again. Alright, I'm going to now go to Secretary of State and direct him. So I want him to drop his proposal and join my cause. He did. Good, thank you very much. Oh, the Secretary of the Treasury wants me to give my input. Well, I want you to join my cause. The Treasury is gonna... Oh, he's got 2 refuse cards. That's not good. And now he's...
Just told you to shut up.
Now he used Unify cards. So now it goes to everybody. Thankfully...
You've got Unify as well, so you could just counter Unify.
Yes,
Okay.
and that's the plan as long as the game doesn't get spiked. Secretary of State just spiked it if... Oh, you jerk! Oh, yes!
The last thing to do of the day is just to get everyone. Oh.
Oh, damn it, Secretary of State! This isn't gonna work.
They've all got refuse cards.
Damn.
Oh dear.
Oh, Secretary of State did not agree. He's going with the Treasury? Oh, God. Alright. Yes, I will definitely state my opinions of our meager technology budget of 3,000. You gotta be kidding me. In order to maintain your technology level, you have to spend 500. So guess what? We're not teching up at all, other than in industry. This sucks. Oh well. Fuel I don't care about. I've got plenty of fuel. 2,000 and 2,000? We can do that.
Identical to the president.
Yep. This one is almost always a just 2,000, 2,000. Or I mean, almost everybody always goes what the president wants. I should say on this one. Everybody beats up on the chief of staff, which is okay. I don't mind beating up on him. He's a jerk. The number of times he screwed me in this game, oh my god. Spike it. And everybody has now agreed with the president, so there's no point in continuing the discussion. So that's one way that you can end the round instantly, even if there's like 12 minutes left, it doesn't matter. Now we do the draft. Now you can see that you have to deal with Europe as well. So 1, 1, and 3, so that's 5 total divisions so far. And if you don't send enough troops to Europe, then eventually Hitler succeeds, and then you get the Bismarck, and I think the Tirpitz joining the Japanese Navy.
Oh, that's never good.
Yeah, well, that'd be fun. Alright, I'm gonna go with the Treasury on this. We're just gonna do 2 divisions for Europe, and that's it. Europe is a sieve. You just keep sending troops to Europe. Eventually you either succeed or fail, and that's it, but like...
You calling Europe a meat grinder?
Pretty much.
Yeah, dear.
No offense.
Fair.
But you can see how every troop that I gain here is an impact.
Reduces your GDP. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I had fully teched up my industry, this would only drop it by 1 point instead of 2. So it's kind of a big deal right now, you know, drafting any troops. So we're gonna do the same thing that is historical as well. We're just not gonna do anything. Yeah. You suck. You know what? You want the most troops, so no. How about no?
Were the states sending troops to Europe in 1941?
Only volunteers, right? There were volunteer fighter pilots and a few others that... Didn't they technically join... Oh, you suck, President. Didn't they technically, like, join a British unit or something? I don't remember.
I'm not completely sure.
I mean, like, over in China there were the Flying Tigers, right? Those were Americans too that did the same thing.
Yeah, just recruited into the... They weren't actually fighting under the American army, they're fighting under the Chinese army, weren't they? Or
exactly. And they were technically mercenaries, if I'm right. They were getting paid for kills or something.
Yep.
Alright, Unify card, come to me. Oh, you suck, Mr. President. You also suck, Chief of Staff. It's hard when you ally with somebody that doesn't have a lot of cards, but sometimes you just kind of have to.
it looks like the president's going to win this one then.
Well, so let's see. He supports Secretary of Treasury. Secretary of Treasury is who I support. So, actually, we're gonna win this. And I don't have to use a plan card. But I will anyway. Fortunately, it keeps the old, plan set up. So now there's 3 for the Secretary of Treasury, so, that means we will win this one. Ta-da! Okay, so I didn't get the budget. That was the biggest thing I wanted, but at least I got the draft. Okay. So, GNP determines how many planes you can produce. That's why it's really important. You can see that I have 680 I can produce because my GNP is 68. I'm going to want to build a few transports, though. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Before I do that, I think we need to build some ships. The question is, can I afford any? 2150 is the cost. I can build 1 Essex class.
You can build a single carrier.
Holy hell! It's gonna take me 18 months to build an Essex?
Yes, pre-war naval industry.
Well, remember,
was not up to scratch.
I said ship build times were high.
Oh, you did. You set them to be high.
Oh god, this hurts. I could save a month by building a Lexington.
Yeah, still, I'll see you at the end of 1943. I'll see you at the start of 43.
Yep. God. I think I'll save a month and build a Lexington. I love the Lexington anyway, so the hell with it. And it gives you a list, and you can also make one as well if you want to, but...
Oh, is that what you can name it?
Yeah. Let's do Valley Forge. We'll keep in line with Revolutionary War battles. And Valley Forge wasn't a battle, but you know.
Or is that what they're all named after?
Well, Lexington was at least. Saratoga was, right? And then you have Enterprise, Hornet, and Yorktown. Hornet and Yorktown. Well, Yorktown was. I can't remember if Hornet was. Hornet was a ship. A Revolutionary War ship, or just after. No. Hornet was early 1800s. As part of the Mosquito fleet, like the 5 American frigates that were produced to fight off the Barbary pirates. I think that's where the Hornet came from. Same thing with the Wasp. Yorktown, of course, was that famous battle where we defeated you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that one.
Sorry, I just had it, you know.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh god. Alright, let's build 30 transports. Sure.
Yeah, it says that if I just bring up like the War of 1812, then it starts getting controversial.
I teach my
Just
students...
sail up the river and burn the White House down. That's the one.
When I teach my students about that war, I said it's the war that we won because we just simply outlasted the British because the British were too busy dealing with France.
The French.
So we won because they couldn't beat us in time.
Yeah, it's like it's a time victory, that one.
Yep.
Unfortunately. Too much stuff going on. It's when you've got too much land, there's too much stuff going on all at once.
Yep.
Sadly.
Alright, so I'm building a squadron of Dauntless planes and 24 Wildcats so that I have... Because you want multiples of 20. So we'll do that. I think I need to build a few more Kingfishers too. Scouts are crap, but I really don't want to build them. I should build them. Damn it! Okay. No, I can't. I don't want to build them. I need to save money. I need to save 200 because I need to use that 200. Yep. Okay.
When you're restricted for finances, you just gotta restrict what you're building.
Building a Lexington just really wiped me out. Oh well. Now I need to save the 200 because I need to send a spy to Tokyo or to Kure. And it's gonna cost me. I have 2. Oh my god. Oh. Britain, please help me. We need to reverse Lend-Lease.
Oh no, that's a terrible idea.
My god, this might be the first time I actually fail in this game.
What, due to running out of finances?
Because I just don't have any money, yeah. So now I can let's take a look at info, and let's take a look at data on our nations. And we get an idea of what the Japanese were able to do, and what I was able to do. And I can click on it, and I can see a bar graph to show what happened. So my GNP went down, whereas the Japanese has stayed steady. And let's look at industry. Alright, we're both kind of gaining a little bit there. And you can see, like, everything else, it stayed the same. They're gaining, though. So, damn you, President, and everybody else that fought me and beat me in cards. Whatever. At least I have a nice, sexy Lexi getting built. And the Hornet's coming in 2 months. Atlanta, Juneau. And 17 months from now, we get the Valley Forge. Oh, goodness.
I assume if your industry gets better, things get built faster.
Yes. And I get more money, so that's part of the reason I'm trying to build up my industry. You know, like, it's kind of a big deal.
When your research budget gets wrecked, so you can't upgrade your industry.
So all I can do now is hope to God that the Japanese do not attack me, right? If they don't declare war, then I'm set.
Haven't they attacked by now at this point in the chapter?
No, in real life, Pearl Harbor's a couple days
it was
away.
7th of December, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, it's got the. I thought it was in the American date system, but no, is it in the American date system? Yeah, it is. Month, day, year.
Yes, yeah, it's the American style. So this is December 3rd.
Yeah. It's just hard when it's December and it's the start of the month because it's hard to tell which way around it is.
Yep. So that was a little Hitler thing that came up to let you know that Europe is kind of in trouble. It just basically said that Hitler and his peoples have conquered places and stuff. So,
probably Paris.
Yeah, by now probably. All right, so let's go ahead and supply. And because I don't have any money, I can't upgrade these guys with radar. Oops. Actually, Enterprise, no, I need to supply you with aircraft first. Because you have the Buffalo. Get out of here. And a Devastator? Go away. And okay. So next turn, I will resupply them, you know, send them back to the garage. 7th Fleet. Oh, and then the 9th. So the 9th was the Saratoga. So they've been supplied properly. So we can send the Saratoga to the garage. So we have the majority of of the carriers now. The problem is we don't have all of our cruisers and destroyers back yet. So we'll hold off a little bit longer before trying to figure out how we want to handle fleets. You can see everybody else is currently just racing to Hawaii. Completely evacuating the eastern seaboard as well, by the way. We don't care about the German U-boats anymore.
Yeah, there's just a lot of ships going to the bottom of the ocean. That's it. They're not military ships though.
Right?
Like a bunch of all the food keeping the British alive is just going to the bottom of the ocean floor.
Yep, gotta feed someone.
Yeah, you gotta feed someone. Americans first.
Alright. 6th Fleet. Let's resupply it so we can send it to the garage.
I think it was when America first actually joined the war in Europe officially. It was they refused to put blackouts in the eastern seaboard cities, and so German U-boats were just sitting off the eastern seaboard, picking off ships as they were silhouetted against the lights of the city.
That is correct.
Which is just like the British. There's lots of documents from the Admiralty in the archive, just pretty much just screaming this about Americans just not taking it seriously. Quite funny reading them.
Yeah.
Just very posh British like insults about American naval commanders.
Sounds about right.
That's the thing, they can rant all they like, but no one else cares, really.
Pretty much, right? Let's see, what do I have here at Hawaii troop-wise? Oh. Uh-oh. We have no troops at Hawaii. Where are my troops? Ah. Okay. That'll be alright if I'll let the army do the meat grinding first, I suppose. No, I'm gonna go ahead and move the 8th Marine Division. We're gonna move it to Hawaii just so you can sit there. I could also draw some forces up, but like I said before, we don't wanna lose the GMP from drawing up too many forces. I think I've got like 12 units in reserve, so rest. December 7th. Are you gonna fight me, Japan? Nope. Now in this game, there's no surprise attack like in real life. It's basically they declare war on me and then they attack, which technically you can make the argument that Japan did just that, but the translation was so slow. Oh, you jerks!
What, a day later?
Okay. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna save my position right now. Lucky number 7. That's the start of the war. Oh god, I still have fleets coming in. Alright. Time to muster a couple of fleets here. Really only want to put 2 up to start. First fleet is going to be a carrier fleet. We don't have a lot of carriers available, so we're going to have to do the small fleet perspective. So start with the Lex. We'll guard the Lex with 2 heavy cruisers and then 5 destroyers. 32 anti-air. Alright, we'll definitely use our Brooklyns. This is in the game as the Helena in warships, isn't it? Yeah, it's the Helena. This game calls it the Brooklyn class. Do I have any of the really good No, I don't. Okay. Oh, I do! I do. I'm gonna put 1 with each carrier division. Crap. I only have 4 of those. No, there's more coming. Wait, are there? To hell with it, doesn't really matter that much. I'm trying to decide if I want to split up those Brooklyn classes more or not. Because they've got the nice anti-air. Let's go ahead and just finish up our roster. There we go. So Saratoga. Put the other 2, these guys here. I want to keep the other heavy cruisers for like shore bombardment, you know, with the battleships. There's my 32s. I'm just speeding through as it takes a while to say, oh, let's add this to the fleet. How many are coming? 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 fleets on their way into Pearl right now. But I think it's more important that I get these carrier fleets up and running, so I'm going to go ahead and get the 3rd fleet up as well. I've had games before, Squizzer, where I went for months without going to war. Like, literally, we both just sat there, stared angrily at each other, and teched up.
You're just poking each other, like, do something.
Right, pretty much. Alright, well, we'll just go ahead and put the rally in Detroit or whatever else with them. I don't care who it is. But I want to keep the heavies, so...
As long as you've got decent AA, you'll be fine.
Right, that's all I care about is do you have anti-air guns? Good, alright, welcome to the fleet.
Because you're not going to be seeing...
Yeah.
being able to fire your guns ever.
Right. I mean, the light cruisers, they just don't have the range in this game to really matter much, so I think I'm better off doing that way anyways. I need to go to base air forces, and I need to order Dutch Harbor to attack now. So that means they'll automatically look for the enemy. Midway, same thing with you. Although the Japanese will most likely attack Wake Island first. While I'm set to patrol, we're going to change you to it.
Wasn't like Wake and Guam attacked at almost the same time?
Yep. And Hawaii... heavy attack as well, just in case. And I guess I have to think, do I want to put any more base air forces up? Palmyra. I definitely need something on Palmyra. So we'll just put all the crap. Don't care about Wake. I could also start getting some replacement planes trained up here in New Orleans. So we're gonna go ahead and dump some carrier squadrons here, so that I can get them ready should they be necessary later on in the game. Okay, that's good. That's good. Got the Marines, 8th Marines sitting on Hawaii, just chilling. Also good. And now I need to deploy my subs too. Crap. Intel, Mark. We're gonna take away Hawaii and what was it Palmyra or Midway? I think it was Midway that I have to mark. Nope. It's Palmyra. Poor subs, I've been telling them to go back to Hawaii and they're all excited. They're gonna go on shore leave, and I'm like, oh, nope, the war began. Sorry, guys. Well, some of them made it at least.
Yeah, just looking at satellite view of Palmyra, it's like, how on earth did they get 3 runways on that thing?
Yeah.
So small.
It's pretty crazy what they were able to accomplish, isn't it? I don't know if you know much about the runway construction and stuff, but they came up with that like, it wasn't corrugated, but it had like it was metal but with holes drilled into it, so that they
not really, no.
So for construction of airstrips in the Pacific, instead of the traditional like clearing off an area, pouring down concrete and all that kind of stuff, what the can't remember which branch, I think it was the Army did, was they set it up so you had these long strips of metal that kind of interlocked each other, and then they had holes drilled into it to make the metal lighter, and also so that they could conserve on metal. And it was basically designed so that you can just literally like slap that down on the ground, and aircraft could take off and land once you had kind of built out enough of it. It's pretty ingenious,
so
actually.
It's like a mesh.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
wire mesh sort of thing. Right. That makes sense. Makes the ground, it flattens the ground out, so there's no bumping all over the place.
Yep, and because you have all like the sand and light dirt and stuff like that, then you know that also kind of goes into the holes. So
yeah.
So some of my subs made it to their port, so that's good. Subs have a limited number of torpedoes and also fuel, so like normally if they're all in one port, it'll take a while before they like they all like run out of gas at the same time. So then it becomes really annoying because you have to send them in, and usually that's right when the enemy attacks. So go figure. At least I have a crumple zone here. I've got Wake and Attu as my crumple zones.
Time to see how unforgiving this game can be.
Uh-huh.
Because last time you played it on like the easiest difficulty when I was watching, so we'll see how it is versus the hardest, I guess.
Yep. And the biggest difficulty part of it is economic. I mean, you saw what happened with building a new carrier, so I really can't afford to lose a carrier. That can be catastrophic, so I have to be very careful with them. Battleships too, I suppose, right? Because, you know, losing them sucks, but I can afford to lose a few of them, it's fine. All they really do in this game is they shore bombard and they attack other service fleets. Both of which are pretty damn valuable, so... But if I need to, I can use my cruisers for that role as well. Okay. Submarines have been deployed. Now, the Japanese will most likely attack Davao. They typically like to attack here, and then move their troops up through land, through Leyte, and then up to Manila. Sometimes they will straight up attack Manila though, and they will take Guam too. That's pretty typical for what they do at the start of the game. Save position. All right, I think that's everybody. Let's go. Nothing detected. No fighting. Let's take a look at my subs. Nobody's crying for gas yet. That's good. And speaking of gas, let's get the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fleets up and running. The next thing I'm going to need to do with them is I'm going to need to put them into formation. So we're going to put them into a circular formation, which will defend best against air raids. It's kind of funny thinking that you're assigning a fleet a formation while it's in dock, but hey, whatever.
They're just right in the middle of the harbour.
Yep. In the reality, the way this game works is if you get attacked in harbor, the fleet basically can't respond. All it can do is try to run away. If it's a surface, if it's an air raid, the fleet just sits there and takes it. So you got to be careful not to leave your best ships on the front lines in port. Okay. Alright, so that's...
To be fair, that's for Second World War. That's quite accurate. A lot of ships were just sunk on the harbour floor.
Nothing detected again. Uh-oh, somebody's coming to someplace. Enemy fleet aircraft. Attu. Okay. Holy crap. Oh, they sent Kido Butai. They sent Kido Butai. That's, Kagi Kaga Shokuku Soryu. Or, Shokuku Suikaku. That are attacking. Bye-bye, 6th Division. Here comes the 4th Fleet. This will be the Hiryu and Soryu. Also shows how much I played this game. They don't mix things up like the AI doesn't. They just take the fleets that they have and they just go. Alright, so now we know that Attu is their target. Like I said before, I could throw a whole bunch of troops at it and try to make something happen, but I'm not going to do that. I need to supply them with transports now. Gonna give them some orders, and their orders are gonna be very simple right now. All I want them to do is patrol. I just want to patrol outside of Pearl right now. I need them to train up their air force. And Patrol will send all of these planes up on escort duty, which means that they will gain 2 points of experience per day. If I don't put them on patrol, instead if I were to just let them sit, they earn 1 point of experience per day. So to get them from 20 up to 60 will take over a month if I have them just sitting around on the carrier. So it's far more efficient to send them out to patrol right now.
Do aircraft use fuel?
Yes, they do.
So I guess sending on patrol uses more.
Yes. Fortunately, I'm playing as America though, so I got gas.
Yeah, you got no concern for fuel.
I'm fine. I don't know if you saw earlier, I almost completely wiped out the fuel reserves at New Orleans, and that's because it's got so much fuel that it just shows up in the port. So like, I never have to worry about resupplying that particular base ever. And a lot of times I can go to it and just strip it of most of its fuel and be fine. Oops. Glad I built those transports. That's coming in handy now. Alright, we're gonna patrol where everybody thought the Japanese were when they attacked Pearl Harbor. The south.
But in reality.
Right? Okay. So now I'm gonna get an angry message that there's not enough space in the harbor for one of my fleets to get into Pearl. That's okay. If I wanted to micromanage it, I can control which particular fleet was stuck outside, but I won't bother.
It's a submarine.
Yep. So that submarine was low on fuel, so I went ahead and did that. Marines are set. I did not get an angry message, so the fleets are not quick enough. And Attu is going to get bombed to the ground. We're not going to watch this. They seriously not make it into port? One of the fleets did. Wow. Okay, well that actually works because then I will supply these guys, strip them of their gas, put them in the garage, and then the other 3 fleets will make it just in time. So this actually works out okay. There they go. I'm not gonna worry about my battleship fleets until I've got my carrier fleets sorted. I got a message, but I don't know what it said. It's okay. I think it said something like we're nearing our base. 3rd Fleet Air Force, they get a whole bunch of experience out of this. 4th Fleet too. You know, I totally forgot I should have just evacuated all the oil reserves. Oh well. I can still go to here. And it's too late for the oil reserves, but I can at least pull out my transport ships. Ah! Scorched Earth, sucker!
You're just gonna have the transports just sneak out right in front of an enemy fleet.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Be fine. Alright, as expected, the 3 fleets have made it into Pearl. So now I can go and I can supply these guys.
A lot of destroyers.
Yep, some more destroyers, and I think they're flash deck though. And then just a couple of cruisers. Okay, so there was one last Brooklyn class, as long as it's not with the other Yorktown already. But whatever. One thing about the Brooklyns is that they do not have torpedoes, and in this game, torpedoes serve 2 purposes, ironically enough. They serve as torpedoes, they also serve as depth charges, so they can do anti-sub work too. It was just the game trying to simplify the mechanic. Which makes sense, there's quite a lot of detail in here, so...
Torp stands for anything that goes underwater.
Well, and then later in the game, they also stand for rockets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that one doesn't make much sense, but...
Yeah, whatever. The nice thing is then destroyers actually become useful against enemy bases because rockets have a range of 7. And they do insane damage, so yay.
You got missile destroyers.
Yes. Very much so.
Oh dear.
But that's assuming we even survive to that point. We shall see.
You sound hopeful.
I'm very hopeful, as you can tell. I will be extremely lucky if Japan declares war on England, because if they do... Let me go to assets for a second, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If they declare war on England, Palmyra becomes very important because it connects with Fiji and Auckland and all of Australia. So
if they go to Australia, do you get access to that, or is it if they...
Yes. As long as I got that network flowing, I get all those resources. So
Right.
please, Japan, declare war on England. But then that means...
Declare war on the Allies. Declare war on the Allies.
Right? But that means then I'm going to have to defend that supply line, which is a problem. It's also historical.
Wait.
Oh look, nothing there.
They're just shelling the ever-living daylights out of Attu.
Yeah, they're just shooting at all the army supplies basically. They're blowing up the supplies that they can use themselves. And I'm skipping through this because I mean you're basically not seeing much here, you know, like they're just gonna keep bombing it until eventually the fleet that's got their troops shows up to land troops. That'll be any day now. Okay, the fleet retreated because there's literally nothing left for them to do.
It's just a flat open field.
Pretty much.
Craters.
Yep. And the enemy fleet's aircraft went overhead, saw nothing, flew back home. Very sad. Okay. Well, at least now I can supply the Yorktown, and we can build up this particular carrier fleet. And I can just take the 14th now. I can assume direct control. And I can maybe reach what? Nope. But I can just tell them to hurry up. You're at war, guys. Move your butts. Oh, crap. Oh, well.
It's like the Pacific Phony War right now, except for everyone except the people in Attu.
Yeah, they're kind of... Well, they died already, so, I mean, you know, whatever. I lost a day because I forgot to move my fleet into the garage and redistribute, so... Oh, well. Nope, not yet, not yet, not yet. 13th Fleet. Put them all away. Now we're gonna make the 4th Fleet with the Yorktown. There we go. And let's go to cruisers. And let's see, what do I have to use now? Yep, I've got the Boise, and then I'll just use one of those Omaha classes. Let's use the Marblehead. Why not? One of my favorite cruisers in World of Warships. Oh, right, all the flush decks from Manila. Those may become useful later for trying to hunt down submarines. Actually, maybe I should think about doing that. Let's do these guys. Okay. Well, we're making progress. Our 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fleets are training up our naval aviators. Everyone continues to attack Attu and do nothing. That's cool. That wastes their time. Alright, we gotta put the 4th fleet into an anti-air formation. The next turn we'll be able to gas it up and then tell them to go patrol. 14th Fleet, we're gonna strip away its transports and fuel, and then we'll muster up our 5th Fleet with the Wasp in command. And then we can start figuring out what to do with our big battleships. Go. Fleet. Hornet is coming, so we'll keep the 6th fleet open for that carrier, so then I guess we'll start the battleship fleets at 7. Alright, well, we just have these Omahas to throw in on the Wasp. That's okay. It's just a Wasp. Do I have 5 of those? No, I don't. Okay.
Read a bunch of cannon fodder, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well, the Wasp only goes 30 knots for some odd reason, so the Benson can be assigned to that just fine. I have no idea why that's the case, but it is what it is. Yep. Alright, so... Battleship divisions... How many bombardment fleets do you think we should have? I think we do 3 battleships, 3 cruisers, 2 destroyers. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure what to do, to be honest. 'Cause...
It's either that or we do 2, 2, and 4. 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and 4 destroyers, right?
So did you need a set number of things in the fleet?
I'm sorry, what?
Set number of ships. Do you need a set number of ships in the fleet then?
No.
Just looking for a certain number.
You just have a maximum composition of 8 ships, so...
Oh, okay.
You have to really think carefully about how you want to divide up your fleets, right? So if we did them in pairs... Let's try it in pairs and see what happens. So 2, 2, and 4. So we're gonna ignore submarines, really. We're just gonna not care about them.
They operate independently anyway, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they do. So, I mean, they're not a big deal. Okay. So, go ahead, And I really don't care about the destroyers, so I'm just gonna pick 4 of them and be done with it.
Just cannon fodder.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're there to be torpedoed. More than anything else. Alright. So I'm doing the high anti-air with the low anti-air. Ooh, West Virginia with only 32 rating.
Oh no.
And go.
Are some of these destroyers World War I destroyers?
Yes, they are. Flash decks are World War I era.
Oh, right, so, okay.
Good eyes.
So, like, USS Buchanan and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in reality, a lot of those were sent over to Britain.
Britain, yeah. We rammed one into a dock gate.
Yes, you did. Full of explosions. That was cool.
It's just a stupid thing to do, running a destroyer up an estuary full of anti-ship guns at night in a shallow river. It works, but it was suicide.
Yeah, details. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put the Arizona in his flagship. See, now if I do it this way, I'm going to start running out of destroyers. Oh well. So maybe I'm better off... You know what I could do? Is I could free up... If I were to pick one extra ship, one extra capital ship for each of these fleets, whether that be a battleship or a cruiser, maybe I could try that.
So you're gonna have a battleship along with the carriers?
No, why? What just happened here? Crap, you're right, I shouldn't...
Yeah, I was like, you just put a battleship in a carrier fleet.
Thank you for the catch.
That thing's going very slowly now.
Right? I was looking at them like, what? Where did my third battleship go? Like,
yeah, what if my dreadnought disappeared?
Yep. I really want to keep cruisers available, so we'll just add a battleship. And then when I do my anti-air formation, I'm gonna have to fix the position. The other way to do this is to like remove all of the ships and then add another one to it, and that's just a pain in the butt. So doing it this way actually will save me space for a cruiser division. So that'll work. And that cruiser division will be responsible for landing troops. Cool.
Are you gonna have cruisers mixed with destroyers, or just all cruisers?
It'll be cruisers mixed with destroyers, because the cruisers don't have any anti-air, so... And they keep attacking it too.
But there's nothing left, he's already dead.
Okay, so Yorktown fleets. Did I organize you properly in the formation? Yes, I did. Supply. I do have the right aircraft, good. So fuel. Hope you don't mind I'm doing the speed up thing here. I'm just trying to save some time.
Sure, no one will mind speeding up fueling transport ships.
Right? I mean, it just causes the audio to sound really weird.
It just goes a bit more high pitch. That's
yeah.
all.
Actually, so there's two ways that you can set the emulator up when you speed things up in the game. You can set it so that it will it'll literally like play the music so it sounds like it's tearing like crazy, or you can set it to mute. So I just set it to mute because then at least it's quiet, you know. All right, so I gotta set.
Yeah, when I ran my emulator, I set it to, and I set it properly, and it did tear like crazy. That is quite a it's quite bad for your ears.
Yep. Oops. Did I hit that? It's been a while since I've picked up a specific ship and moved it, so I need to move Pensacola, or set Pennsylvania to there, and then to there. Although, you know what I might just do? No, that's right. That's right. I like symmetry, so, you know. That works. I already did that one. I did the 7th, now we're going on to the 8th.
How many different formation types are there?
Tons of them. I'll flip through them real quick. So there's circular, vertical, double, horizontal, diagonal. So that's 5.
Diagonal? Why would you use diagonal?
You shouldn't, but you can use it. I think it's best suited for anti-sub operations, or if you have a fleet that you just want to like berserk into another fleet. But the reality is you'll never use it.
Is it just circular? Circular's the way forward.
Circular's the way to go. You can try double, but circular is the best because you need anti-air, and circular gives you the best anti-air coverage. All right. Last fleet. All right, there we go. So everybody check the subs. Everybody's good. While this plan phase is executing, I'm gonna go take a look at my notes. There it is. Because one thing we haven't done yet is we have not assigned commanders. How? Who managed to get to Attu? There's no transports there. You stupid
13th
army.
division.
They just got wiped out.
Oh, isn't it they're trying to take an island on the Japanese homeland, aren't they? And isn't
Yes,
it like the quickest way to get there?
They have to go to Sapporo, so that's the easiest way to get there. But how did they make it through? Because I've got 4 divisions here.
They're just stealing a transport ship.
No, but I mean, unless the group at, oh my god, the group at Midway. Okay, so that army division that was at Midway was retasked with it. Was okay. That's what happened. See, here's our 14th Military Army Division. What are they gonna do? Yeah, see, they're occupying Sapporo. God.
You're just gonna be war.
Oh.
You say Europe's the meat grinder. It's gonna be Attu's the meat grinder.
Pretty much.
It's just the Japanese are letting an army group just walk onto the island and just shelling it.
Oh goodness. Let's do fuel. Alright, and the 5th Fleet we're going to go ahead and order to also patrol, because we need to train up that carrier squadron as well. And now we can go and, I think we're on the gassing up phase for our battleship fleets. Now, if you really want to troll the army, you can put them on these transports here, and then you can like just go and. I've literally had a game before where an army division was just floating around on a transport for the entire game. So I could now
following a fleet around.
Yep, I can now put that army on there, but if I do, I lose all of the fuel that I just put in the transports. It gets replaced by the military, by the division. So I lose, you know, transport range and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to do that.
It's going to be funny. Like the next meeting, it's like, oh yes, we've lost this many army groups. We need to draft some more.
Yes.
Let me just cripple your GDP a bit more.
Yep.
GDP.
That will be a thing.
Just gonna go tell the chief of staff to go stuff himself.
Pretty much. So I'm not going to get to Marshall in time. So I'm not even going to bother sending my ships towards Marshall until we have our next conference. And at the next conference, if we change our priorities for targets, then I'll move it, you know. But by the time these guys get there, it'll be the next month, and I don't want them shelling an island that we don't care about anymore the next month, you know what I mean?
Waste of fuel.
Absolutely.
You're almost out of transports again as well.
Yeah. Yep. Winter solstice. Shortest day of the year up north. Alright, they keep attacking Attu. There's like 7 or 8 fleets that are all like just dogpiling in Attu and nothing's happening.
They just need to send one transport with one military group on it just to go and just stand on it.
Right. Let's see if the 12th is still there. Nope, now it's the 14th. Okay. See, normally what I would do is I would put my battleship fleet operating out here south of Palmyra, figuring they can always go in and refuel as needed, but I don't want to risk losing Palmyra. And I think it's absolutely hilarious that the Japanese are choosing to attack Attu, because if you look at the assets and the network here, they have 2 bases that are completely cut off right now, Hanoi and Saigon. So, because of the Philippines' position, they're not getting any productivity from those 2 bases, and resources either. So it would make far more sense to attack that instead of a snowy island in the middle of nowhere. But, you know, hey, Japan do you, right?
They've decided to take up a different plan instead of like the southern approach, seizing all of the East Indies. They're just gonna go north and just take islands that are just worthless, really.
Pretty much, yeah. I had noticed that the one of my battleship fleets was low on planes, so I figured I'd just go ahead and spend the day to make sure that I've got all of them loaded with scout aircraft. Good.
You're just gonna see out the month at this point.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in moving my ships around. I'm just letting them build up.
It's Christmas.
Yeah. Should I send them out tomorrow?
It's like you're not allowed to be on US soil during Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Now go kill Japs. Jesus.
That's a quote right there.
Yeah, right?
It's
Oh my god.
Christmas.
Another army division just got themselves killed. Oh, that was the 12th. That was the... And those were tanks, too.
Angry submarine.
If I go to info, we can look at data on the army. We can see that they have no more tanks in reserve. They have 16 infantry divisions ready to go, though.
Just run themselves out of tanks.
Yes, they have. Maybe I should have let them on. Because that other tank division is probably going to die next turn. Alright, Submarine, 8th. Got Midway. Okay. Let's see, 30 days past September, June and December. Alright. Yeah. There's 31 days in December, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just do the knuckle trick whenever I need to do that.
Now, this is a fleet that actually has troops, so we're gonna just watch them take it over.
Yay! They're not gonna bomb it anymore.
I know! More importantly, we just saved a tank division.
The luckiest tank division.
Right? So what were you saying about the month trick for counting?
The knuckles.
The knuckles?
So if you look at your knuckles, right?
Okay.
So each knuckle, so there's the sticky up knuckles is 1 month, and the dip is the next month, right?
Ah, okay.
So starting from left to right, January's got 31 because it's a big knuckle. February's got less because it's a dip. Then March has got 31.
Okay.
April's got 30. May's got 31. June's got 30. July's got 31. August has got 31 on the next hand. September's got 30, and you keep moving across.
Huh. But there's only... Okay. Huh. Neat.
Just move from left to right.
Never heard of that before.
And it does every month to the T.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's pretty awesome. Okay, let's see.
I was taught that by my maths teacher in year 8, which is, I don't know what grade that is, it's when I was 13.
It's all good. Alright. We are done with the month, so I'm going to go ahead and save position here and save. Let's go slot 4. That's the part where they yell at me for not taking Marshall Islands. Oh, I get the Atlanta. Wait, I thought the Hornet was coming too. Whatever.
But the Hornet was a month later, wasn't it?
Maybe it was, yeah. Let's go ahead and attend the conference. Oh,
Politics.
the Chief of Staff lost a card. Yeah. Go to hell, Army.
That's for suiciding his armies into Attu.
That's right. That's right. Alright, so now we're going to do Foreign Affairs, and now is the part where we ask for your help.
I swear to God it was the other way around, but okay. Help. Pacific is bad help. Declare war on Thailand?
Yes, declare war on Thailand.
Why?
Because, actually, if I remember right, during World War II, Thailand entered into a treaty with Japan, allowing Japan to move their troops.
Yes, because that's how they attacked Burma.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so those, and then Soviet Union, and once again, we completely don't care about China. Negotiate with Thailand, okay. Now, the way the negotiations works, if I hit info here, I think it shows their current levels. Yeah. So you can see their level of support for us, and then for the enemy. So Soviet Union's at 50. China's supporting us quite a bit, but we don't care about them apparently. And then you can see Thailand and Germany supports us at 4. When you go to war, you support drops to 0 automatically. You can declare peace with somebody, believe it or not. And then you can see everybody's all the names of the leaders there, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if you if we were to declare war with England and then we negotiated to a high enough level, we can then go to sue for peace, and then those bases become neutral. I don't really care. I want to hold my refuse card. That is important. Sure, I'll agree with you too. Why not? Let's be friends. Oh, you want me to agree? I was already agreeing with you, but okay.
I'll agree with you more.
I'll agree with you more. That's right. How's it feel having only 4 cards there, Mr. Secretary of State? Or, Chief of Staff, I mean. It's fine. I've got 2 more plan cards, so my idea is I'll waste the plan cards.
This round is very long, as people keep adding time to the round.
Yep. So that's something that sometimes I like to do with this is I'll purposely try to extend the round just to build time, or build my hand, you know? Because right now I'm trying to fish for some sort of, like a Unify card or 2, you know? Stuff like that. I'm just gonna keep throwing this plan on the table. You guys you're gonna have to deal with it. It's staying. And it's his plan, by the way, not mine.
Only the Chief of Staff is left opposing.
Yep. So if the game were to end right now, then it still could go the Chief of Staff's way if the Secretary of State and Treasury decided to... If they had the ability to choose, and they chose to go with the Chief of Staff. Now this is dangerous. So I'm gonna refuse.
Oh, they're all refusing.
Secretary of State did not. President almost went down. So now I'm gonna go ahead and plead with the Chief of Staff, try to get his idea off the table. He's got 3 refuse cards? Oh my god. Pass it to me, you idiot. And it's spiked. Good job, Mr. President. Well, President still wins anyways.
This minigame has a lot of depth to it. It's quite. I actually find it quite interesting.
It is. I have lost hours of time though, because like, I'll play until I get to the budget. Like when I was a kid, I would save the game before going in, and I would play until I got to the budget. And if I won the budget, I'd move on. If I lost, I'd reset. So you can imagine how long it took to get through this.
Yeah, ooh.
But how else are you going to build up your technology? Look at how much money they're putting into it. You know? Like,
yeah,
come on.
They're putting it all into the military.
Right.
Except you want just all the money in
The
tech.
max you can put in is 12,000. So, Army, you get nothing. I'll just say I'm a deficit spender. Let's just put it that way. You jerk.
This is war.
That's right. We need the best scientists available. Oh, I hate you so much.
Chief of Staff is just going out of his way to ruin your day.
He does it all the... Did you see the smiley, the look on his face?
Yeah.
What a jerk. And I have to take the...
You don't even have a plan card, you can't...
Nope, but I have 3 extend cards, so we're gonna make this a long one. Boink. And you give me 3 minutes, thanks.
And they stop biting immediately.
We did say hard mode for conferences.
Oh yeah.
And like I said before, I could choose to skip the conference if I wanted to. 3 more minutes again. So it adds 3 minutes, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, if I remember right. So, and then when you buy time, it removes between 1 and 6 minutes. Boink. 10 minutes. 6.
6. Ah, take halfway.
You need 5 to get around to your turn again. So that's, that's the big deal with extend cards. Of course, if they spike it by biding their time, then, can't do anything about it. The only play I have is to pass it to the Chief of Staff. I don't want to give him another turn, but,
Oh, he extended. Did he? Oh,
no,
no,
he spiked it, he threw it away.
Oh, the only thing you can play is a bide, yikes.
What does this guy do? He's not submitted a plan, and I agree with the president, don't I? Shoot. Well, I see where this is going. I'm just gonna leave.
He just flips the table and walks out the door.
Oh, crap! No, I can't do this. I screwed up because I left. Because I left, you know what that meant?
What? So
Because I left,
no part in any of it.
I couldn't do anything with the technology, and I need to do something with the technology.
Oof.
Oops. So.
Good thing you saved beforehand.
Well, and that's why I do it. But I have to be able to put money into industry, because otherwise this game's not gonna work. So that's fine. That gave me a chance to put some more transports in on. I think New Orleans already has almost 7,000 oil, and they had 1,000 at the end of the previous month, so...
Yeah, I wish I could see your face when you screwed up there. You're just like, oh no. Oh god.
Yeah, well, I am recording the face cam on this video, so... the YouTubers out there that are watching this, you just watched me screw up. But I'm not sure how many people are interested in watching me play this for 2 hours straight. But hey, thank you for watching if you're still here. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if I can remember. It was request, skip. No. It was just negotiations, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Thank goodness for screenshots. I used to forget this too. Like, I would try to remember it, and like I would screw it up. Because this was before the time of, cameras on your phone, so I couldn't take a picture that way. I'd have to just write everything down.
Pen and paper.
Yes.
Obsolete technology.
Mm-hmm. Right, back to that. Oh, he passed it to me. That's very nice of him. What can I do? I know. Please start making some sense in your life.
No.
Yeah, no.
Full 6 minutes off, yikes.
Yep. Oh good, we skipped the Chief of Staff's turn. I like this. This is actually a pretty good hand, except for the extends, so I'm gonna go ahead and use an extend. There's the 10! Now I get 10 minutes. But I don't care. Ugh. Whatever. Sure, I'll agree with you, because I was already agreeing with you, and I was gonna plan to agree with you, but that's okay. I don't want to lose my refuse card, and I don't care about foreign affairs. Other than the fact that declaring war on Thailand gives the Japanese access to more resources. Let's go ahead and extend again. So it rewards you if you pay attention to what people are doing, because if they, like, if somebody pleads and they lose their proposal, then somebody else can, you know, see that and you can direct them, and then you can grab their support right away. And the president spikes it. Okay, we're going with his plan, I think. Yeah. We'll keep the strategy. We'll continue sending the army to its death. I don't care about
Thank you, Chief of Staff.
Right? Not too smart, that one. Alright, there we go. I don't want to start off right away with a unify. And I kind of want to... I don't remember which... I guess I'll try Secretary of State. Let's see if he has refuse. Good. And he's happy. I like this. Oh, you jerk.
You still have your refuse, don't you?
Oh, yes. It was more just
Oh,
like...
he just took your support, didn't he?
Exactly right. And if one of the guys in front of me spikes it, then I'm screwed. Or passes it! Oh, you ass. Pass it back to me. Pass it back to me. Yes! I love you. Fine, no.
Yeah, fine. It just spikes it himself.
Alright, so now the only thing that's in my way is... Good. Okay, I won the budget. Woo! Yes, I will state my ideas. Why, thank you.
Why, thank you. I got the money. All the industry.
The max you can put in is 2,500 in a month. So we are doing that, and we definitely need to get better planes. And we definitely need better naval tech.
You don't care about espionage.
No. I should care about it.
You could just, yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's 13,000 that you can... I thought it was 12. Is 2,000 the max? Crap. Now I have to think about this. Let me think about this. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do... I don't want to keep everybody waiting, so I'll just do 2,000. I'll do something like that. So if I waste it, I waste it on industry, and I don't care about that, right? Cool. $2,000 apiece.
Is this the normal, just agree with the president?
Yep, it was 2 and 2, right?
Yeah.
Excellent, eh? And whoop, I meant to spike it, but oh well. Now I'll spike it. We're gonna have to go after the end of this month. Oh, see, 337. So now we've completely transformed the economy by pumping all of that into industry. So now we can just bleed troops dry if we want. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with the finance guy for the start. Secretary of Treasury. 5 troops to Europe. Let's go. And I don't really care what happens in this one. And it's got spiked. Oh my god, we went with the Chief of Staff. Oh my god. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts so much.
You think your GNP's going up? No, it's going down.
It's going down temporarily. Don't worry. It'll make it come back. Maybe. Let's see what we can do for carriers now. Oh my god, it actually takes longer to build Lexington now?
It takes less time to build Wasp and Yorktown.
Oh, no. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I could build a Baltimore, maybe. 15 for a Baltimore? Screw you, game. Build some transports.
Is the construction type based on your GNP as well?
Yes. So, yeah. That is a problem. Alright, I've got enough left for a little bit of money to spend on other things. Plus, I can put a spy in Korea. Alright, let's do it. Alright, the start of the month. We are at war. And I'm gonna save the game here. Squizzer, thanks for sticking around, dude.
No, man.
Save game position, slot 0, and I'm gonna save it in slot 1 too, just in case. Those of you guys at home, thank you very much for checking out the game, and I will see you all next time. I don't know when I'll be able to record again. It's either going to be tomorrow or Monday. One of the two. We'll figure it out.